as we have learned in the previous lecture, animations add in that little bit of spice to your React application, making it more user-friendly and improving the user experience. In this exercise, we're going to use the React transition group to add in some animations. In particular, we'll add in page transitions to our React application. So when you navigate from one page to another page, the pages will slowly slide into place into the view in our React application in the browser. So this adds a little bit of fun to your React application. Let's see how we can go about adding this animation to our application. To get started on this exercise, let's first install the React transition group into our project. So at the prompt, type yarn add React transition group at 2.3.0 and add it into our application. And once we have installed that, let's go ahead and configure a little bit of animation in our application. Going to the application in Visual Studio, let me open the app.css and add in a few CSS classes that will help me in the animation here. So I will add in a new class called PageEnter, and this class starts with an opacity of 0.01 and then transform of translate x minus 100%, and then one more class here called .page enter active, and with an opacity of 1, transform of translate x 0%, so it'll be in exactly its position as in the layout, and then the transition period is for all 300 milliseconds, and then ease in. So in ease in, it starts quickly and then slowly eases into place. Page interactive. Now, similarly for page exit, so when the page exits from the view, we'll apply the start with an initial opacity of 1 and then transform of translate x is 0%, so that'll be the starting point, and then page exit active. So when the page completely exits, you will have an opacity of 0.01, so completely, almost completely invisible, and a transform of translate x 100%, so which means that it will move away to the right side, and then the transition will be 300 milliseconds ease out. So it's starting slowly but quickly, rapidly moving out. So these classes I introduced because React Transition Group leverages these classes when it does the animation. Now, how do we apply the animation? To apply the animation, we'll open the main component. We will apply the animation to the main components where we do the routing. So let me import this from React Transition Group. Now the reason why I do that is that then I will get suggestions automatically. So transition group, CSS transition from React transition group. So, and we're going to make use of these two to apply transitions to our application. Now, to apply the transition, we will move into where we have this application defined here. So we will apply the transition to wherever you want to apply the animation, we'll surround that by the transition group. And then, so this is where we are doing the routing of the various pages. So to that, we will apply the CSS transition here. So CSS transition will say key is this props location key. Now recall that every component receives 3 match, location, and history. So that's what we are using, location key. Class names is page. Class names, it's not class name. Class names is page. This is CSS transitions way of specifying things. And then we'll specify a timeout of 300, so 300 milliseconds here. And then we'll apply this to this around this switch here. So we'll enclose the transition group and CSS transition around that. With this, let's save the changes and then go and see what our application does. Going to the browser, you can see, let me use a smaller Okay, so this is, it's more easy to see the transitions when you see it in a smaller view here. So here you see the main page. So when I now move to the About Us page, you can see how my About Us page got pushed in from the left in the screen. And similarly, when I move to the menu page, the menu also slides in from here. So that's the little bit of animation that I have added in. Of course, I am no expert at doing animations. I just figured a few little things by looking at a couple of examples and then said, this looks interesting. And so let me apply that and see what it looks like on the screen. So you can see using the React transition group, I have added in this animation whereby your pages animate into place as you navigate to the various views of your single page application. So little interesting transitions in your application. With this, we complete this exercise. In this exercise, we have used React transition group to add some transitions to our React application. The page transitions for the single page application in our React application. This is a good time for you to do a git commit with the message React animation.